So today, Eric and I went to Alchemy, which is a spa down the street here in Miami Beach. And I did 3 different modalities. One of them was a machine that you sit in and you talk to it, first of all. So it takes your voice for like 15-20 minutes. Then you pick 3 things that you might want to work on. And then you lay down in this bed that shuts down, it closes and spins for 30 minutes. And they put headphones on you with music. They put these electromagnetic like frequencies, one on each ear, probably white and red, probably to balance out your body. And then headsets. And it's supposed to take you to a theta state. Now the items that you picked, whether it's mental health, addiction, maybe something with your body, there's like 20 of them to choose from. These electromagnetic frequencies and the mask and the headphones kind of reprogram your brain. So based on what you picked. And so I walked out of that machine. This is the second time that I do it. And I felt like my portal was so open. Like I felt so elevated, like energetically and physically. And I started like just being able to see more things, right? For example, lately I've been craving a lot of white. And that would make sense because that's your crown chakra. So that would mean like my portal is opening up more to receive from the divine, from God, from the oneness, from the creator, from the universe, whatever it is you want to call it. So it would make sense that I'm craving white around me because it's like they're like subliminal messages to work with that particular chakra. I also started realizing that Eric and I have been investing in a lot of art. And I'm looking around and the art that we've invested in is like, for example, in my room, we have an art piece by Catherine. What's her name? I'm drawing a blank right now. It'll come to me. I love her name. It's white, red, blue with dots of yellow. So if you think about the chakras that represents, the white, again, is your crown. The blue is your throat chakra. The red is your root. And the yellow is your solar plexus. So the red is your foundation, your safety, your security. Right? So it's working by looking at the red. It's working in that area subliminally. The white is the crown, again, connecting to the divine, to God, to the Lord, to the Father, to the oneness. It's really all energy. We use words to try to help us communicate. But words limit us. It's mostly just a feeling because we're energy. The blue is your throat chakra. Your solar plexus is your power, your security, like that power, that your stability, like your self-esteem. That gives you the courage to move forward with whatever it is that you want to accomplish. So that particular painting works on all of those chakras subliminally because it's those colors. And it's ironic that I pretty much bought all of these paintings because Eric didn't go with me to this particular auction. But I had a dream of where I wanted these paintings to go, and when they delivered the paintings, they fit perfectly in those particular areas of our house, which I thought was so cool. I'm working on those chakras, the throat, the crown, you know. I just didn't realize that I was also working on the root and the solar plexus, because I've always thought that I had really good self-esteem and that I was rooted very well. So it's interesting to think that I could be working subliminally on those areas as well. I mean, ultimately we're working on every chakra at every given moment. But the portal being opened, my crown being open to receive, is letting me see things that I normally wouldn't have seen. Then the gem dine that's in the media room is called green pull. So green, it has blue, it has yellow, and it has white. And it's a Buddha, right? Receiving and giving. This is giving your right arm, receiving your left arm. So green for the heart, blue for the throat, white for your crown, and there's, again, your solar plexus, you know, your self-esteem, your power, and all that. Then I walked into Eric's office, and his painting is a Vicente painting, and it has red, yellow, and orange. And that is the root, the sacral, and your solar plexus. So again, the root, your safety, your stability, you're grounded. Your sacral is where you create, it's your creation. And your solar plexus, again, your power, your self-esteem, you know. And that's his office, ironically enough. So it's a perfect painting to be in that area. And then we have the Calder painting that I have over here as soon as you walk in, which has a red dot, and it has a white background, and it has black. Now, I associate black and dark colors with nighttime and the moon and things like that, but I have to do more research to find out a little bit more about what black onyx maybe represents. But if I had to guess, there's something to do maybe with also stability in that, just, you know, cleansing. You know, so I have to look into the black a little bit more. But again, it has the red, which is the root, and it has the white background, which is, you know, again, the white, the crown, and it has a black cross, which I find like soothing, which is why I liked that painting. Now we have another one in storage. I mean, I have all these cool ones in storage that also have really, that I channeled, were very sentimental to me. There was one that is called Empress of the Night, and it's two women, African American, and the painting is white and purple, which, you know, your third eye and your crown is purple or indigo and white. And I've been feeling very open in my third eye and in my crown. And I'm practicing to continue to open it more. And then the fact that the characters in that painting are brown, African American, I gotta do some research on what brown is white and black. So again, like the crown with black, it's like connects brown. So I'm just thinking that might also have to do with, again, safety, stability, you know, grounding. The black to me is very like healing. I'm always dressed in black. Ironically, today I'm wearing black and white. So yeah, and then I have the Eddie Martinez one, which is called Mandala, which has like the circle with all the different cool colors all around it. So I feel like I've been channeling a lot of these chakras, subliminally healing my body and my aura, and it feels really cool. But I'm like, after doing this machine, I'm just able to kind of elevate my frequencies and my frame of mind to be able to see more. It's almost like being on the 10th story of a building instead of being on the ground, and it's really cool. And it doesn't last for long. So this is why I'm doing a video right now, today. Because eventually you just kind of glide back down to, to the ground. And you just remember the feeling so profoundly of being so, it's almost like, these are things that you could normally say on a daily basis. But for me, it's almost like it molds, like it's reprogramming my brain. It's like an aha moment. Like it's like you get it, you feel it deeper than just saying the words. You now feel it. It's almost like you embody it. So now it means more. So I thought that was really cool. I wanted to come over here and record myself talking about my experience today. Then I noticed that throughout that machine and also another machine that they have, which is similar to like radio frequencies that help your cells heal. So if you have pain somewhere, you might want to do this machine so that it can kind of rejuvenate the cells that are in that area so that they can kind of like nourish that particular cell so it could wake up and kind of like just work better. So I found myself humming during one of those, really two of those modalities, one during the frequencies and one during the theta state. I found myself breathing and then humming. Sometimes I did the om sound, but for the most part I didn't open my mouth. I just went And during one of them, I saw the color blue so brightly. And I went, there's my throat chakra. It just seems so simple. It's like so simple. It's so stupid simple that we just, like, it's so stupid simple that we just glide through life not even seeing it or realizing it, right? And I'm like, whoa, that was my chakra. The chakra's blue, okay. Then I got home and I've had problems with my neck and my shoulder. And I got home and I'm like, looking for stuff on my phone. And as I'm looking at my phone, I go, oh my God, look at my neck and what arm I actually type with. Makes total sense that I would have problems on my neck right here and in my right axillary, because I'm getting so much, like, my neck and my arm constantly radio frequencies through here and here, and it's like right in front of my face every single day. And finally it's like I have this aha moment. So I just ordered a keypad and I'm going to get something for my laptop to elevate it so I don't look down all the time. So that was another like beautiful moment of realization. I'm trying to think of what else, because there's, I don't want to end the video without making sure that I am recalling all of the bits and pieces that I kind of realized after this just one session, like a 2-hour session. Just not too long ago when I did ayahuasca 2 weeks ago with DG Mindset in Costa Rica, the ayahuasca experience just kept talking to me about frequencies and energy and balancing the right and left, like a battery gets charged. And the hypnosis session that I did with Deborah a few months ago kept talking about how Saint Barbara healed her body by elevating herself and electromagnetic frequencies through her body. And then just doing these modalities that are like, I'm finding them that are kind of coming into my physical world, and realizing that mind is matter. Like DG Mindset says, mind isn't over matter, mind creates matter. And I had a confusion as to, well, what the hell does that mean? Because if I'm mentally sick and I have cancer in my body, does that mean that I created that matter with my mind? And it's thought to believe the answer is yes. And so, how do I unravel that? And then I started getting confused, like what this all means. And then it finally started coming to me like, I still need to do more counseling around. I need to do counseling around this, or just more learning around this, because what has come to my mind is that it's what you put in rhythm, in flow, that you're creating. It's not just, oh my gosh, I had a thought. That thought's creating my matter. No, it's, I had a thought, I put motion into it, like a flow into it, and that's what's creating my matter. So I just gotta get, even though I've been actually doing that my whole life, I just gotta get more specific with what it is I want to create or into matter. So that's really cool, because I was really beating myself up with this whole cancer diagnosis. Have I created cancer in my body? The flow. And so, was I flowing into it? And if so, how? Was I creating cancer in my body? Was I creating any kind of flow that was also creating cancer? And now undoing that, so that my flow is more towards healing my body, and realizing where I might have been creating cancer in my body, realizing what it was, and changing my trajectory that way. And so, because there's a part of me that's like, well, what part of me is actually creating cancer? What part of me is having premonitions of my future? And what part of me is being proactive, right? And trying not to confuse that. Because like being proactive is, if I get cancer, I will do X, Y, Z. So in flow, I'm watching videos of that X, Y, Z, that I will know what I'm going to do if I get it. But is that also creating it? And so that's where I am trying to work at unraveling what's what. And it's not, I was going to say it's not that easy to figure out, but I'm going to change my thought and say it is easy to figure out. Because the matter that I want to create is healing. So those things that I'm saying I would do if I had cancer, I shouldn't just wait until I have cancer. I should just take action and do them now. That in itself will heal my body, rather than waiting. Because I'm putting the flow into the healing. I'm not putting the flow into getting sick. I'm putting the flow into healing by doing the things that would heal my body. Eating right, fasting, exercising, sun, moon, elevating my frequency, connecting to God, to the soul, to my divinity, and opening my crown chakra so that I could learn to differentiate the very subtle frequency changes. And with that, my friends, I'm going to go for a walk in this beautiful sunny day in Miami, Florida. Amen. Is this thing still recording? Yes. Perfect. I love you. I love you. I love me. I love you. I love me.